The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Tuesday podcast.
What? This is my thing now.
It's a thing. I like it.
It's my thing. And that's all I'm going to give you today.
Is that what you got for us?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to get my son's driving hours up at the moment.
Oh, really? Does he drive your car?
No, we bought him a car, which is, we've called it Alan Car, and it's already had a bingle up the bottom.
Oh, I remember that.
that.
Yeah, so, but it takes a lot to get to 100 hours, because back in my day, it was, I think I did 3 hours and then got my license.
Is that a manual, by the way? Manual?
Yeah, it's a manual.
So I just got an auto. It was easy.
Yeah, that is easy.
But
it's
I can't drive a manual, though. Someone literally asked me today if I can drive a manual, and I'd say no.
Yeah, so you can't go to Stratty with Ash because you can't handle a vehicle.
Get someone else to drive me.
Oh, see, actually, that's a good hack.
My four-wheel drive's automatic too, just in the interest of transparency.
What?
Oh, it's automatic. Am I the only one who's driving a shift?
Yeah, you don't have to drive a manual. Yeah, that's a good point. You can have a big car and still be auto.
Yeah.
So what are you driving?
Yeah, but do you
that thing
feel
downstairs? Shit is a stick.
Yeah, no, that's not. But we do have a Toyota Land Cruiser that we thrash about.
Stick.
Yeah. Optimus Prime.
And the benefits are, just quickly?
None, really, other than
No,
getting
mate,
your
I'm being
hand on
serious.
it, basically.
You get to have your friends.
I mean, you've got more control over the car. I get angry when I don't have
you
control
reckon?
over the car. Yeah, I feel like you do, yeah. Even when power steering came in, I was like, oh, can't feel the wheels on the road, can't feel the wheels on the road. Because I grew up go-karting.
Did you?
Yeah, fanging around, going fast.
Did you compete?
No, I didn't compete because then I discovered the stage.
My true love.
Shredding the
And
boards.
go-karting would remain in the pit lane for some time. Once Nikki found the stage.
Again, wanker bogan hybrid. Like, I don't know what I am. Anyway, stop talking about me.
What is it?
Wanker bogan hybrid. That's,
I'm probably a bit of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say France, but you still dress like a
I don't know
crawler.
where that came from today. I'm a France man.
'cause
I go to France.
because you're
But
posh.
Just in the heat of the moment.
You do
I
go to
went-
France a lot.
I went France. Yes.
My husband slaps me when I say France or dance. He says dance.
No,
sorry.
Yeah, but
he's English.
He can get
English.
away.
Even so.
He can get away with that because he's English.
He's like, don't bring shame on the family, darling. It's France.
And you influence the
Dance.
children. You'll influence the children.
Yeah. And they'll start saying, hey, I want to go to Nuggets, get a Happy Meal.
What
Going out
about
Rat's Tail.
where does a princess live? What's the name? In a
palace.
A turret.
No, in
Palace.
No, not a if
Castle.
It's not a castle. Yeah.
What, he's in castle? That's too American.
Oh, we're not
Yeah,
American.
castle.
Who
I
says
used to always say
castle?
castle. They got beaten out.
You said castle.
I used to say castle.
Literally
yeah.
got beaten out of him by his father.
Scott McKinley did it.
Oh,
too.
Scott McKinley.
Yeah.
Scott McKinley used to beat you?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Who else used to
Scotty
beat you,
Mac
Ash?
wouldn't have beat you. He's gentle.
Verbally,
He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
What?
Track to track, back to back.
Do you remember when we used to get like slapped by your teacher at school?
I got
were the
caned.
days. Yeah, I got dusted.
Oh yeah.
The blackboard duster thrown at my head.
There was a teacher at our school called Mr. Strong. James Dewar, in one of the ballsiest things. James Dewar did two things that were the ballsiest things I've ever seen a kid do. One of them, Mr. Strong was an English guy, and he did not have a sense of humour. He did not. You didn't muck around with Mr. Strong. And one day, Mr. Strong was cleaning the blackboard, and it was with one of those dusters, those wooden dusters.
Yeah.
like
The proper old school ones, yeah.
And Dewar has thrown something at Mr. Strong, like a piece of paper, crumpled up piece of paper or something. He's throwing it at him, and Mr. Strong's turned around and
Like
throwing
pelted
this
it.
duster at Dewar. It's assault. It hits him in the head.
They were heavy, those things. That was a weapon.
It hit him in the head. And rather than apologise, he made James Dewar come up in front of the class and hold two, like, encyclopedias with his arms outstretched like he's Jesus Christ on the cross. And he had to hold his arms out like this for a set period of time. And if he didn't do it, then he was going to be on detention or something like that.
And what does James do now?
Hard time.
I don't know, actually.
You've lost contact with Dewar.
I lost contact with James Dewar, yeah.
I'm always fascinated by those who get strongly disciplined at school. Do they turn out to be like the upstanding citizens of society, or do they end up
It's weird. Have you been to reunions?
at the Pink Poodle?
Oh, they're making Romy and Michelle again, I see.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They what?
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
See, you say Romy, I say Romy.
Romy.
Yeah.
Doesn't she say Romy?
I can't remember.
I'm Romy.
Good
and I'm
movie, though.
Michelle.
But, like, I remember Graham Boddington at my reunions. He was just a lunatic at school, belting kids up when I was first 15. And he was at my last reunion. He's like, I'm very well, thank you, David. Life's going very well for me. I was like, f*** off, you're bloody Boddington. And he's like, what happened to you? What happened to you?
How come
Seriously?
when did you get all cultured?
No, mate, it's just,
No, I had the
We all
opposite.
changed, don't
I had
we?
some bloke at the 20-year reunion, dead set, have a go at me because I slept with his
Oh.
no,
Was
was it
still carrying on
Mother.
about that?
prom date? Not prom, the formal date. His formal date
On the night?
on the night of the formal. Yeah,
in
she
a car
brushed him.
park. In a
Well,
car
you
park.
couldn't finish
I lost
the
my
job.
virginity actually with her
In a car park.
in the car park at the Surface Paradise Bowls
Bowls Club. Yeah.
Yeah, and 20 years later, he was still holding
dark.
a grudge about it.
Oh, well, that
And I was desperate to speak to him, like, civilly
get
about
married?
because I wanted to find out what her name was.
Oh,
I was hoping he'd still remember. I knew it.
that'd be.
You
I knew it's-
can't
I
remember
knew it
your
started-
V-plate
You know what?
taker's name?
No, I knew it started with an S. And I'll tell you what, she was a very attractive woman.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
at that time,
Yeah.
he thought she was at that point.
And I had to tell this bloke
can't believe you
to
can't
get
remember
over
the
it. It had
name.
been 2 decades.
Did you go to an all
you believe
co-ed?
it?
Yeah, co-ed.
Yeah, co-ed.
See, that's
so
the
we
problem.
didn't-
The problem with our reunions when they get dudes. But what they should do is combine the reunions with the,
With the girls' schools around the corner.
Sister school.
You had St
Hilda's.
like we had St Rita's or whatever, and then just see if there's any fireworks like 30 years on.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun reunion.
Oh, imagine
So
that.
at the co-ed ones, do you have any? Is there hookups?
So many have got married.
Yeah,
Like,
but at the,
No,
Yeah,
hookup
I
at the
believe that.
reunion? No, I don't
20
think
years,
so.
sorry, whatever.
Yeah, I believe
I didn't
that.
go to the 20-year one. I went to the 10-year one. There were no hookups there.
Because there's part of me if I still saw, regardless of how they've turned out, like there's one chick in particular when I was in primary school that I was in love with.
You still...
I'd probably have to go there
Yeah, you would.
Same here.
just to
Oh,
say.
what?
I'd finally-
You can't say that, Ash.
Well, I didn't even go to his primary school.
There's no one at Pie Albert State still you'd want to.
That's not true. That is not true. Oh, mate, I could actually rattle off some names.
Go on, mate. You pull
We've
that
had them
out.
on the show.
You pull that
We've
out
had her
now.
on the show. The first girl that I ever
In the
passed.
cold light of day,
Michelle.
you pull them out now. I want to see what they look.
So you remember that you
the
first
Pie Albert
passed?
class of
We've had-
1979.
We've
Go
had
on.
her on the. We've
You
had her
pull
on
them
the
out
show.
now.
I've
And
got-
don't bring up what I did a couple of nights ago.
Oh, you're getting close, mate.
Okay, I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologise. I'm out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see,
Never happened.
he's
What?
back out.
What is it?
I'm desperate.
Hey,
Nikki.
I have
he
to
told me
know.
a little story.
I have to
He
know.
told me a little story.
Shut your filthy mouth.
No, Nick.
He told me a little story yesterday. Huh?
And what? This is just from in the last week.
No, this was in the last 24 hours. Oh shit! No, there she is. Luttsy. That's the first
Go on.
girl I ever passed.
Okay, this is her now.
That's her now.
This is
Like,
Pie Albert State
she's-
School.
So she's 52 years of age. We've had her on the show to tell the story.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
Show me.
Yeah,
She's actually held herself together quite well.
yeah,
Oh, she's got nice skin.
yeah.
She's got beautiful skin.
Yeah, she's still a bay girl, actually.
Look at her arms.
Yeah.
I know. She's got fit arms. She doesn't have bingo
They're brown.
wings.
They're not like
Yeah.
sun hurt damaged.
Now her best friend is Anita, and Anita is the mother of Jermaine Hopgood.
Oh yeah, now
Who's
what?
the Origin player.
So and you, what would hurt?
Well, me and Anita had a bit of a thing back in the day
It
too.
was awkward as hell at a State of Origin this year.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm standing there with my kid,
Yeah.
and Jermaine is
State of Origin
has
player.
come
Yeah.
over, and I've gone, "Oh, Jermaine, how you going, mate? I went to school with your mum."
He knew.
And then he starts whispering something into Pat Carrigan's ear.
Yeah.
And I could tell they were talking about me, but I was just standing there like a. And then
Carrigan.
after Jermaine left, Patty, I said, what was he saying? And Patty goes, he was going, see this bloke here, this is my mum's first school boyfriend.
What a weird thing. This was on the middle of the Olympic Stadium in Sydney.
This is
Before
this
State
And
of
this
Origin.
is,
Captain's
this
run
is
with
what
the
it
State of
comes down
Origin.
to.
Yeah, before he was about to make his
His
debut.
debut, this kid's got that rattling around his head. This old bastard
Shagging
tried to
his
shag
mother.
his mum when when they were 18 or whatever.
I still want to know what you did within the last 48 hours.
Tell her.
Tell me.
Oh, what is
Tell
this,
me.
a podcast? I just can't. I'll tell you.
Oh, tell me off
I'll be able
air.
to tell you it's a bit of time. I can't tell you right now.
Okay, okay.
In the fullness of time.
Okay, when you're on the news, the 6 o'clock news.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.